I feel you. No toilet paper? There should be some grass over there somewhere. Let's see what's going on. Oh, those are kind of cool.
Brand new.
Mueller cups? Am I saying that right?
Yep.
For pruning.
We cut all your roses. Springtime.
Springtime? It's still winter, bro. It's cold up here.
Oh, it's not.
Man.
84 degrees.
It has been winter since October. Kid you not. It has been cold since October.
No gloves on.
No.
What up, Sonny?
Gloves ordered.
What you doing?
They just got back in stock. Yeah, what are you doing? There was no sound, was there?
What happened?
Waiting for the sound of the printer, and then he thinks it's time to go, but you haven't learned the sound of the keyboard yet.
Stay there, make a boy. Hey, see you next time. It's time to go.
All right. All right, today's question. Dust collectors. Every truck's got them. You got dust collectors, the things that's just either they get overlooked, they just don't sell, or maybe you over inventoried on.
Yeah, for sure. There's always 5% of your inventory, I think, that is kind of obsolescent, that you have to keep it around, or you want to keep it around for that one guy that's going to get on. If it's not too expensive, it's worth it. If you got 5 of them, then it's gets put into the land of misfit tools, which would be the box over here.
This cart?
No, this one here.
Oh, all right.
That's the land.
The land of forgotten.
That's the land of misfit tools. There's there's Lyle products, which I still carry. There's some Cornwell products that there's some new and some old. There's mistakenly ordered headlamps. There's tools that guys say, "Hey, buddy, you sell for me, and I give you 10%." It all kind of makes its way into here, but we were looking around, talking before we started the video, and found this section over here. So it's a good section, and it will have waves of sale. But you can kind of look at this and say, oh, well, it hasn't been a wave of sales in a while. So code blue channel lock bottle opener. Those have probably been on the truck now for a year and a half. Sold 5 of them right away, and then haven't sold many since. It's one where when business is really good, it's important to rotate your stock. But business is really good, that kind of gets pushed off to the side because you're doing other things. I've been doing great. Toolboxes have been selling, but silly things like the ear protection. I always wore that when I was at Honda and Acura. I put them on the truck. I sold 12 or 15 of them, and there's probably 7 or 8 that are up there. Now that we're talking about it, I'll move them around. Hopefully they'll move, but the solder was like great. It was a big hit. They weren't hanging up. They were sitting in the back of the truck, just kind of tucked away on a shelf, but people would fish through and go like, oh, here's solder. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put them up here where it's visible to the eye. I read a couple articles where they say people usually don't look much over their height, you know? Wherever their eyesight is at a straight angle, that's it. So I thought, wow, no, you'll be standing where you're at, talking to me, you look up and say, oh, what the hell is this? Yeah, I could use one of these. Not so much. So
what about the stuff towards the back of the shelves? Does that stuff ever go? I know you rotate things, but do you ever just get stuck with stuff for like a long time that you're just like, I need to rotate that again?
I will rotate things out. I try to put stuff that's bright to the back shelves. Stuff on the walls like that, it sells pretty well because people will peer underneath and they go, what's back there? Things like the handheld scan tool. You'll get a guy where if something's kind of laying flat like this, they're intrigued by it, so they will up on their tippy toes or they'll grab it and pull it down. Things that will sit back like that scan tool, I despise that thing. I ordered that in October. It's not a fast moving scan tool. It's not a scan tool that I like. There's nothing wrong. I just tell guys, buy this one that's $76, buy this one that's $400. I know that it's a big gap in between, but there's a big gap in what the two will do. This is kind of an in-between. So I've moved it around. It sits there. Eventually it'll end in the land of misfits box. but I can't bring myself to do it quite yet.
Right.
I've given it out once or twice. Guys have used it, and I'm like, yeah, what do you think? And they always end up going to the better scan tools. So
that's when you have to start thinking about the stuff that does sit for a long time as far as what you're going to do for promos then. So maybe like, I don't know, buy the 1/2-inch Milwaukee, and it gives whatever Milwaukee's promo is, plus receive, I don't know, a pair of free ear protection or something like that. Or buy the toolbox, receive, I don't know, free beer bottle opener or something.
Yeah, it's one where it will get to you start grouping and packaging.
I've had time where I've just given stuff away because I'm like, I didn't realize I had this much stuff, or I've bought 3 of these things already.
When it slows down like this, it gives me more time to go, okay, I need to get back into the routine of let's put some promos together, or let's find stuff that's obsolescent sitting on the truck and get your cost back out of it. And if you do that with 5 tools, then you can afford to buy something else that's a little more expensive that will move faster, or it will intrigue guys to at least touch that and then look at whatever's next to it. So the last 2 weeks, what I've done is this silly thing here with the promo zone. And it was like, it took all of 30 seconds to make it, and I found a bunch of obsolescent stuff that I had 2s or 3s, or stuff that wasn't moving. That's something that sold, but it was something that guys haven't bought a lot recently. So
gotcha. Right on. All right, Jeff. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. We appreciate it.
thank you, guys.
It's always kind of cool to learn something a little bit new. And, well, now we know what the dust collectors are. So if you guys are in the lower desert and you see Jeff, maybe convince him to toss something in for free, right? We'll see you guys later. All right, back in the garage after Cool Tool Tuesday. I'm going to try to see if I can't, over the weekend, put all the Cool Tool Tuesdays that we've done leading up to now into some kind of playlist for you guys, because I know I get a lot of comments of how much you guys really love and appreciate not just the content that I provide on Jeff's truck, but feedback from Jeff during these Cool Tool Tuesdays. If you have questions, put them down in the comments, and I'll try to see if I can't remember to ask him come next Tuesday. Maybe your question gets brought up that Tuesday. Might try to start incorporating your guys' questions into these Cool Tool Tuesday events. But cheers to those of you that have your beers. Hopefully you're enjoying your work week. Hopefully if you are working. If you're not working, I feel for you. Hopefully you can at least enjoy the video. And if you do, smash the thumbs up button. But Jeff is not the only one with products sitting on the shelf collecting dust. I'll put a picture down here or over here. Milwaukee. Milwaukee's industrial plants are starting to collect dust as well because of the entire situation at hand, we'll say. They have shut down certain facilities. They are no longer taking on any warranty items. So, for an example, like myself, I'm waiting for one M18 battery to come in. It was ready to ship, but then they had to shut down the warranty process. They were no longer bringing in new warranty, and they weren't going to be doing any other exchanging. Temporarily, their plant is closed. So I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get back my Milwaukee battery. But there are also people out there on Jeff's route that have tools that have also been handed in for warranty that have also not gotten back. So I don't know how long they're planning on keeping their facilities closed for. I know they're not the only company that's currently doing it. There are other companies out there that have also had to close facility doors and that are just either A, not producing, not manufacturing, or not doing any of the warranty work like they used to. So if you're having trouble warrantying out tools, or it's been an extended period of time, like for me, what has it been now, 3-4 weeks now of waiting for the replacement battery, it might have even been a little bit longer than that, you might be waiting a little bit too. And it might not be from Milwaukee, it might be from some other manufacturer, but the fact of the matter is that there's a bigger situation at hand, and we don't know for sure when they're going to start opening doors and getting production, manufacturing, and warranty stuff back online, back on track, so we can get back to some kind of normality. But that being said, I want to thank each and every single one of you for smashing the like button, hanging out with me on Cool Tool Tuesday. Again, cheers to those of you that have your beers. And we'll see you guys maybe Friday. Later. Deuces.